And this class is going to be a dog class. So we're going to say new project, Java with ants and Java application. We're going to determine where it goes and what its name is. And its name for me is going to be dog example. The class is going to be called dog, so you cannot call the project also dog. And I'm going to put it in my week 2 folder. So go to the package, right click, new Java class. And it's asking for a name, and we will call it dog. Maybe we'll say uppercase D, D-O-G. Doesn't matter if you've already said lowercase, it's fine. Don't try and change it. Okay, so now we have to decide the attributes for a dog. And I decided a dog has a name, a breed, which is also going to be a string, and an age, which is going to be an int. And dogs in my class cannot be, 6 months old. They have to be an integer number of years. Okay, I need a constructor. Okay, so now I need to give it a name, but this is the default, so I'm going to say name equals empty string. I'm going to say its breed equals, same thing, empty string, and its age is 0. So just default. Okay, I'm going to make another one, so I'll just copy this. Now this is not a default one. This is one where we put in a name, a breed, and an age. So we will assign name to be the value of n, breed to be the value of b, and age to be the value of a. And I can certainly have a whole slew of other constructors here. If you just want to give a name and an age, or a breed and a name, but I'm just going to stick with these two. So I'm going to force a user to either have no parameters or put in all 3. That's my class. I can do as I like. So now, accessors and modifiers. Accessors. So public, get name, except it's got to have a return type, and I'm getting a name. I'm going to return a name. So my return type is a string. And then I'll have something similar for the others. I'm going to leave you a little time to fill them in, so I'm just going to go on to here the modifier. I'm going to modify name, so public. Modifiers have void, because they're not returning anything, they're altering the name. So set name, and it's going to need a string. And I'm going to set the name to the parameter. Here I've got the gets and the sets. So do we remember what else we needed to do? It's not like we can do any calculations for area or anything, but we can do a toString. And remember, if I want to print out this dog, I need a toString. And we need to return a string, and we just have to determine what we want this to look like. And I decided it should say the dog's name is a so many year old and then the breed. So it should look like this. It's a string, so I'm going to start it out with the empty string. No, I'm not. I'm going to start it out with the dog's name is a, now I need the age, year, old, and follow it by the breed. So, you know, Fluffy is a 1-year-old Chihuahua, except I can't spell Chihuahua, so I'm not going to make it a Chihuahua. But that's what it's going to look like. So all of this is in our dog method, our dog class, which is in its own file here in the package. And now I can move over to a program that uses it. I don't have to import it. I don't have to do anything. I'm just free to use it. So let's just quickly use it by creating a dog. So dog D equals new dog. And this is where I have to put name, breed, age, I think. So let's just quickly look back and see what order we put them in, because that's important. Name, breed, age. Okay, so name. My dog's name is Mosey. Breed. He is a, oh dear, Portuguese water dog. And his age, I think, is 8. Okay, so here is my dog, and let's quickly see if we can output it. So now I need to run it. And here we have at the bottom of our screen here, Mosey's an 8-year-old Portuguese, oh, can't spell Portuguese, but Portuguese water dog. So we are able to create a dog. We're able to use that toString. We're able to output a dog. Let's see if our gets and sets work. So sout d dot, let's do the gets. Get name, I want to get breed and get age. So let's test those. Okay, so those worked. Name, breed, and age. Now I will test the sets. So d.set name. What shall I rename the dog? Nothing. I will say Buster. d.set breed. What shall Buster be? Buster shall be a boxer. And d.set age, he can be 1. And now if I output D, I should get all my new information. And if you can see at the bottom of my screen here, we reset the name to be Buster, the age to be 1, and the breed to be boxer. So we've tested out all of the methods that we wrote. So I'm hoping at this point that this is a little clearer, because I did have a lot of questions on the lab, the Circle lab, and it was pretty obvious that people were confused. I want to make one thing real clear at this point. Here we said get name. If I just say name, you can see it's already underlined in red. It cannot find the symbol name. There's no point in trying to run this, not going to run. The point is it cannot access name, and that's what we wanted. And it cannot access name because name is private in the dog class. So making these things private means that they cannot be accessed by outside of the class. So it cannot be accessed by main. But within the class, the class itself does not have to use get name. The class itself has access to name, access to breed, access to age, and does not have to use those accessor methods which itself created.